Hi everybody, it's Richard here with an updated video demonstration of my Google Workspace internal add-on known as Sign Up Manager. So Sign Up Manager is, in a very few short sentences, an add-on that allows you to let people register for online events through a Google form submission and invite themselves to those calendar events. So in other words, you simply have to make an events or a Google form available for people to register, and the form itself will automatically look for events that you are publishing and making available for people to join, and it will send out invitations to all those who choose to join. So here's how it works. The setup is quite simple. You first launch the add-on in Google Sheets. If you happen to launch it first in Google Calendar, it will tell you to go to Google Sheets first and then come back to Google Calendar. So here's what it'll look like in Google Sheets. Upon launching it, a Google form will be created, and you'll have a response sheet here available to capture all of the responses. You can then select your dedicated events calendar. So it's important to have a dedicated events calendar because it's going to be scanning that calendar for all of the events. So you won't want people registering for events on your regular calendar. These should all be purposeful events on a dedicated events calendar. Now the other option here is to auto send invitations, and all this button does is it sets a form submit trigger that is going to send out those invitations each time somebody submits a Google form. So it'll invite them to the event that they signed up for. And you should be warned though that if the first time you do this and if the recipient does not have you as a contact, they may see an email message that looks like this: unknown sender, not added to calendar yet. This is just a safety measure that Gmail does to handle some of these messages. But once the user clicks I know the sender, from that point on, this message will not appear. And then this button here, auto purge invitations, because some of these events can have a cap. So if people have registered but not accepted an invite, those invites are considered pending. And what this function will do is every night it'll scan through all of the events and remove any of the pending or declined guests to make sure that there's still room in the cap for as many people as possible. And when we get to the Google Calendar view, I'll share how I'm limiting the number of people who can attend a session. So let's hop on over to Google Calendar now. I'm going to go ahead and launch the Sign Up Manager in Google Calendar. And the first thing it's going to do is provide an interface for me to create an event. And I could simply just add the event to my events calendar, but the reason there's a user interface for this is because it needs to be formatted in a friendly way to read it as a Google Form option. So I'm going to go ahead and create an event just so we can see what that looks like. So we're going to call this one App Scripting with Richard, and it's going to run March 29th from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. And I will say that if you accidentally select an end time that's before the start time, you'll simply get an error message here that says, oh, your end time is before your start time. Please check your dates and try again. So there's error handling built into the way the user interface works. And then here is where we can set the number of people who can actually sign up for this. And what this field is doing is it's going to populate the location field of the Google Calendar event. And each time a new person is registering for an event, it's first going to see if there's room. Right? So if the number of guests exceeds that number in the location field, well, first of all, the option will be automatically removed from the Google form, but it also will no longer accept anybody and send a message saying, sorry, the event is full, if there happens to be a situation where multiple people are filling things out at the same time. So let's go ahead and create this event. Create event. So we'll see just in a moment here that on March 29th at 5 p.m. and 6 p.m., if we scroll down, here is the event. So, and you may also know that it's working in military time. This is sort of the best way I found to ensure the calendar events are being created during the right time of day. So this is 5 p.m. To 6 p.m. Now, what also happened is the form itself has been updated automatically, but I'm going to simply go ahead and hit Update Form to trigger a new tab to show us that form. So we can see here on March 29th, app scripting with Richard. Again, this is the 5 to 6 p.m. event. So this is why we had created that event in the sidebar, to kind of give us a nice, easy read format about when this event is happening. So if I am a teacher, I'm going to copy this form and we're going to put it over here in a different account. So say I am interested in signing up for one of these events or multiple events. I could simply put in my email address. And then select the event that I want to join, and then hit submit. So it says you are only considered confirmed once you've accepted the Google Calendar invite. If you did not receive the invite, it's because the event is full. So I can already see right now I have a new message waiting for me in my inbox, and it is that calendar invite. So if I can go ahead and click yes, and I can head on over to my calendar, fast forward to next week, and I can see, okay, yep, I am in this event. And if we go back to the owner of this event, what I really like about this is now I have all these options to chat or to communicate or to email anyone that has signed up. And I could even add a description in here and communicate a lot of details related to this session in advance, so people can come prepared to participate in a way that is effective for everybody. So that is essentially the purpose of Sign Up Manager. And I also want to just show this option, Manage Guests. If I need to quickly just remove any pending invites or declined guests, I can do that manually here as well, simply by clicking that button to free up cap space for additional participants. So I hope you've enjoyed this updated walkthrough, and feel free to reach out to me if you'd be interested in setting up this add-on in your environment. Thanks for watching. Bye.